try not to get killed today. I don't think there's any propane in the whole city. Boy, oh boy, we might get out of here. Let's see. We got going left. This guy's kind of looking this way, looking right. Gonna smash into me. You can let me turn. Thank you. Hello, Ronnie. Happy Monday to you, my friend. Hi, Shimei. Good evening. To the mean streets of Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Ooh, hey, Nathaniel. How you doing? Always like that name, Nathaniel. Always reminds me of Nathaniel Hawthorne, the great writer. Hello, Amanda. I'm driving cross country too. Hey, how you doing, Melissa? Yeah, I saw your little thing on Iowa. So this is Iowa. About like I expected. That was funny. Let me get my cup of coffee here. I thought that was funny. Ugh. beautiful day, except for the allergies that have wiped me away. Oh, what a beautiful day. My eyes are so itchy. Hello, everybody. Let's see if I can get out of here. This woman's got me really tight here. I don't know what we do about. I gotta do about propane. I don't know. I'm not cooking anything on the barbecue for a few days, so I reckon we'll have that done on Wednesday, or probably Wednesday morning, because you can't go on Monday because they haven't regenerated the stock of propane that early in the morning, so the whole thing is really a drag. I should get like a 100-gallon propane tank put in the backyard, right? All right, what are we doing? Are we going to go left? Are we turning? Are we going to shop? Are we going to visit with Aunt Gladys? What are we doing? There we go. Turn it in. There we go. What are we doing? Yeah, it's good. It's just, I don't know whether I'm getting something going on with my lung or so. I don't know. Yeah, thumbs up or appreciate it. You just can't get pounded with an allergic allergen for day after day after day and week after week without starting to exhibit some serious pulmonary conditions as a result of it. So I knew this was going to be a bad year, hey Nino, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad this year. I did not know. But I'm hoping against hope that by the end of next week, all of this will have been dissipated. No, I've never wrecked with the live feed on. I haven't really touched another car since 2008, when I barely tapped another car. Hey Jasmine, how you doing, sweetheart? So I hope everybody's doing good. Rio Burr, we got Amanda Hug and Kiss of the Cross Pen fame with us tonight. Probably have another moment of adoration this evening as we appreciate the fine craftsmanship styling of the Cross family. Very exciting for me. Nice day, 75 degrees. Trump didn't know how it was going to be as bad either. I don't know, being charged and being successfully prosecuted, or as we know in this country today, there are two entirely different matters. The fact that any trial will be seated in Florida should give one an immediate realization that achieving a consensus of unanimity is going to be impossible. So my prediction, it's just an exercise, and it feeds some lawyers, but other than that, I don't think it's going to have any consequence on the 2024 race, mainly because we're moving towards a time where polarization of society becomes more and more the standard, and physical violence becomes less and less restrained under the surface as a result of that. In other words, if you don't get your way, then one of two things happened in your mind. You either got ripped off by the voting process, or the people in this nation are too stupid to know what's in their own good, right? So we need to take matters into our own hand, and there's no way people of their right mind would ever do anything except pull a lever that has Donald Trump's name on it. I think that's pretty much the rationale that, are we going to walk? Are we going to cross? What are we doing? We got our big GMC. We're going to turn right. There we go. Anybody think that I mischaracterized that in any way? just give a little thumbnail idea. That's just the way I see it. That was a fun festival yesterday, wasn't it? I don't know what you guys think. I'm certainly open. We have an open platform here. Hey, flip-flops, where everybody is welcome to have any opinion. And we still all remain friendly and welcoming to everybody. We'll never pull this country together, and that's a reality. It's never going to happen short of some type of incident external to the United States, like an attack or something like that. Would be the only thing that would unify us as a nation enough to temporarily close the rift. And I'm not even sure these days if that would be enough. Yeah, I already had a decent day today. Just allergies have really just been tearing me up well into week number 2 here on this. So let me flip this around. But that is just my opinion on things. Meanwhile, we've got everybody's hyper gaga over AI and all that. So I don't know how long that excitement will last. I mean, I guess it's all cool until your job gets taken out, and then it's a bit of a problem. Hey, Monica. Hey, Catherine. But it's interesting to see this this mad rush for it, to see if any money actually flows from it or not, or whether it's a little bit of peak insanity coming up here. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? What is going on? What is happening? Let's see, this thing's not advancing again. We don't want another 9/11 to ever happen. Of course we don't want that, but we're not immune to, right? Let's see, how long until AI is under our president? So I mean, honestly, you guys asked me what do I think about the indictment of the president. The only prediction I feel really quite sure of is that he is going to be in the courts for probably the rest of his life. He will know what it is to pay lawyer bills or his people, and it's just lawsuits and indictments. And how long till we have a computer in the White House? I don't think we'll ever have that, Eric. I don't think that's ever going to happen, my man. I don't think that's going to happen. Trump will do 100 years. What's up, Tom? There's 17 tapes. You got the same people look at the other side, and it's just like, you got the president's son who ran amok, and what parent wouldn't cover up for his kid and try to make things right? Show me a place that doesn't have corruption today, right? We got our governor of California sitting there and talking about we own the problem of homelessness, and getting agitated because now some of these migrants are being dumped into California and stuff. Jared getting 2 bill. Richard Nixon never served a day for Watergate. Well, you got to understand, Richard Nixon never perpetrated a crime. He just thought, these 2 idiots at Watergate, long before you were born, Naomi, had no concept. They're fumbling, stumbling, and then it was just a matter, we'll just sweep it under the rug. And that was the mistake that Nixon made. Right, but don't get it twisted. Nixon was a very good president in a lot of ways. Yay, Jody, I'm okay, honey. We shall endure. We shall overcome. Who was a really horrendous president was Lyndon B. Johnson. That was really the undoing of America right there. He we had the misfortune of having somebody as president that had years of experience as majority leader in the House and stuff, that really knew how to squeeze votes out of people, buttonhole people and grab them by their collar and put them up against the wall and threaten them and stuff. We have a good tradition of wanting to get our own way. Hey, Mew Mew Swan. So I think in the pantheon of what I would say wouldn't be negative presidents in the second half of the 21st century, or 20th century, I would have to put Lyndon Baines Johnson right at the top of that list. Hey, PC, how you doing? What's going on? Johnson opened the floodgates to government becoming involved, not so much in creating the opportunity, the base for equality, but government started to get involved in trying to create success instead of building a platform upon which creation is possible. He decided to just short circuit it and just start giving out economic benefits where they weren't earned, but just given. And that was a big change. That was a big change in American society, where we wanted to start guaranteeing outcomes and not guaranteeing of an equivalent platform for progress. Other people may see it differently. Please hit the thumbs up button. I don't think Johnson was involved in any murder of Kennedy. I think Lee Harvey Oswald, if you knew anything about his history, his dire slavish love of the Soviet Union, his weird Soviet wife, his stint in the Marine Corps, earning a medal as top 1% of shooters in the Marine Corps, and this guy easily had the motivation and the will and the experience to carry out what he did as a lone wolf. Married to a nut job, denied being able to go to move to the Soviet Union, really pissed off about the Bay of Pigs and all that. So Oswald was no patsy. You put it in your own head. You build history the way you want it. I build history the way the facts of the case came out. I believe that there was no incentive for Lyndon B. Johnson to want to be involved in the death of Kennedy. If anything, it would hasten the way forward for civil rights to become an issue upon the death of Kennedy, because Kennedy didn't really even care that much about the civil rights. But Johnson would be left with a horrible situation of trying to sell the South on making desegregation, getting rid of Jim Crow laws, and not exactly going to make you a popular guy. Hence, we had George Wallace and people like that and their ascendancy in the Southern Democrat block of hatred towards, was always the birth home of the KKK and all that. So we have a very twisted history here, a very, very twisted history. But I'm not gonna that Kennedy, man, that's so many years of back and forth. And remember, the best thing that sells in history is conspiracy. The best thing that sells on YouTube is drama. The second best thing is conspiracy. You'll always have an audience that's easily captive audience that's looking for smoke where there may not be any there. Let's see. Hey, how you doing, Alex? He worked on his own because he didn't need anybody else. What kind of person at that time would have said, "I'm in with you, man"? I mean, come on. I mean, the guy was a nut job. His wife's name Marina Oswald. She was a slavish devotee to communism. This guy couldn't stand America. He absolutely hated this country. Kennedy and his proximity to Kennedy and Kennedy's coming to Dallas gave him the perfect opportunity to put his motivation into force. And when you're an expert marksman and stuff, we're not talking about the most difficult shot in the world when a motorcade is moving at about 15 miles an hour or something. So, hey T.O., how you doing? That is my opinion. As Ronnie will tell you, these are just Rosie's opinions. Your mileage may vary. And Bill, I understand you have a different take on that. You know what? That's all good. Sad news. What is that? Pat Sajak is leaving the wheel. It's tired of seeing the wheel spin, don't you? Tired of hearing dumb answers and puzzles with one letter missing that people just totally misguess. I mean, it's got to take its toll on your mental state, especially over the last 25 years. No, we're not going to interfere in the next. I don't know, Ronnie. I don't know. This what some people call the woke movement. I'm not sure about the woke movement, but there's things have kind of gone underground again. There's a huge backlash that has developed that was kind of unforeseen, and of course, like anything else these days, the violence is seething just below the surface here. So, you know, people have to be very careful. It's going to be a big mess down in LA with this Dodgers drag queen sisters or perpetual indulgence or whatever coming in, and that's going to be a melee. That's going to be a I hate to use the word shit show. I don't cuss, but I'm just saying that's going to be a real thing. It's just people just keep pushing the envelope, and there's a point where people just perceive they have nothing else to lose. They judge in their mind that the time that they spend in jail would be worth the satisfaction that they would get in making a statement. I guess people think, oh yeah, the world did God did. Oswald was a real indoctrinee of communism. And communism as a doctrine to people sounds very good in theory. Hey, why can't we all be equal? Well, the only way that communism will ever work is when people are not endowed with talents that are equal. Right? These are endowed by God and us. There's no evolutionary reason that a talent to play piano would be in one person and another person can't carry a note, but that person can do mathematics like a moron on the board, and we all have different talents, right? Therein lies the failure of communism. For one part, is we don't have the ability to express our talents under a communist system. We're told what we need to do, not what we want to do. So the government takes over the responsibility for directing people's actions and stuff, and it's always the problem. In a crash due to a certain whatever happened years ago. Yeah, we've had a lot of fail points in history, that's for sure. The only thing that makes it this time is economically we have a much more tenuous situation here with the amount of debt. We had a $2 trillion debt last year, $2 trillion budget gap last year. That's a lot of moolah. So we'll see. No matter what's going on in AI, hey Lisa V, no matter what's going on in AI or whatever in markets, the unmistakable fact continues to roll that interest rates march higher, slowly but surely. These are the only the opinions of a YouTube creator. Ronnie's getting so formal. Nice to see you, Lisa. Ronnie, I like how you formalize that, right? I love how you formalize that. In other words, communism does not allow the best and the brightest to achieve their just reward. So it blunts creativity in society. Everybody suddenly looks great in a light gray olive drab suit, right? We can make a lot of them. We can make them cheap. We don't need blue. We don't need green. We don't need red, right? Yeah, I'm some kind of influencer. I'm some kind of influencer. I'm a YouTube influencer. I don't do anything in life. I just exist and therefore I'm great. I thought that was funny that Dylan Mulvaney, who was the one that all the brouhaha was about Bud Light, said, "Now you want me to represent you. Look at all the attention I get. Look at all the attention I bring to your product. This is how convoluted thinking can become. And when you are the center of your universe and everything revolves around you, you see the way that the mind naturally it devolves to that feeling of it's all about me." Do you think Dylan Mulvaney gives a flying F about beer sales at Anheuser-Busch? No. It achieved its aim for her unintended consequence, but it worked out really good. Oh, you can fix anything? I don't know about that. I think the most fun thing was East and West Berlin, and the Westerners would drive through. Yeah, well, they had the no man's land there. That's where all the spies traverse back and forth. The great book, The Spy Who Came In from the Cold, and all that. Yeah, I grew up with daily stories of the shootings of people trying to get over the wall, and Dylan just did a photo shot with Tony the Tiger. So, it's going to have an effect. And as things ramp up and it becomes an idea of a society where anything goes versus traditional values, it's not going to end well. And I don't mean traditional values that we all agree to. I'm just saying traditional values that were widely held for the balance of America's history, you're right or wrong. Just my opinions. So who knows how that'll be with that. I just bought a big 11-foot truck camper, much more space. Wow, Joni, you've been really making hay. Work is really paying off for you. I wish I could fix my Technics receiver. I think Technics uses an STK power pack in place of transistor. It's a multi-pack. Very difficult to find them. When I had a Technics, I fixed it. I did a video of it, and I sold it immediately, knowing I'd have a hard time getting the Darlington power packs for that. Anything goes. After all, we're in America. Well, to a point, anything goes. Now, I'm going to tell you this drag night in LA Dodgers, which is being perceived as mockery of the Catholic faith. This is going to be a real flashpoint down here. All right, I don't think this is just going to be like waving at each other and going on our way. Okay, I think the game's afoot. There's people on both sides that got. Some people will look at it as the chance to lower their pants and point their rear end towards the establishment, and other people will look at it as a chance to get a few sucker punches and things in. So you inflame people's basic values when you start doing that stuff, right? You start really hitting home. Yeah, I don't. It remains to be seen how. The only thing I can be sure of is AI. AI is going to reduce a lot of human inputs as much as possible. Corporate back offices and all that. Drudge work, back offices for stock settlements and all that. So, does AI ever take the leap to take over the world? Oh, I don't know. That's a big inductive leap, you know. Hey, hey, is that Gerald? How you doing? Yeah, I guess I'm the opposite of. I guess I'm kind of. They're not trans people, GTB. They're performance artists. Didn't you get the memo? Right? They're usually gay men dressing. It's an art. It's theater. I mean, Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence have been a thing up here in the Bay Area since I moved here in 1998. It's just before it was in cabarets, it was in small clubs, it was in LGBT clubs and things like that. Now it's progressively going Main Street, that you're having drag queens, reading books in schools and stuff like that. I mean, at what point do you draw the line and say this might not be the healthiest thing on planet Earth for kids? A certain party can figure it out. That guy came through the parking lot just to show off. Boy, I can do 50 miles an hour through a parking lot. Ooh. It's like, really? Uh, 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 hey, Amelia, how you doing? So, I don't think the problem is that there's drag shows. We've had them. I've been to Hamburger Mary's in Vegas and clubs and stuff. But now it's pushed the envelope to sort of mainstream, and I think that's where it's starting to invade traditional places like baseball stadiums, schools, and you know, everybody's going to have a different opinion. Everybody's going to have a different opinion about it, right? Nice to see you, Amelia. As I always say, your mileage may vary. But as far as them being trans people, no, they're not trans people. Some may become, but by and large, they consider themselves a performing art. I mean, for years, what do we have, Frank? What was that? What was that? Yeah, slow mode. I need it on. Yeah. What was that? They had a show called Legends in Las Vegas that ran for years at the Riviera and places like that. So they were all, to a person, they were all guys made up as Marilyn Monroe and Michael Jackson's and Cher and all these people. And the show ran for a lot of years. GTV over here. It was an accident. All right, Cheryl. Well, thank you, Rebecca. Greed is one of the original human vices, right? It's what the term concupiscence tells us. It springs from our concupiscence, our ingrained nature to be inclined towards sin. It's part of human nature. We're all like little leaning towers of Pisa. That's what we are. Pride is the head of all of them. It's the cardinal. Yeah, concupiscence. Just a fancy term for meaning you're born with a predilection to sin. Hey, how you doing, Chef? It was given to me, Rebecca. Where did you get that hat? Where? It was given to me. Ooh. What's going on, Chef? I'm sure Shimei and all her theological training could give a much better go-over of concupiscence than I could. Rebecca, stop asking so many questions, okay? If you're new here, just hang out a bit. I love you being here, but this is not about my personal life. Hey, Angus, how are you? Good to see you. How's it going? Shimei's got her intellectual minister hat on. You guys got to understand, you have an ordained AME minister here. So, right, that's automatically a very high level of respect. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Is the game tonight or tomorrow night? Do we have a final game tonight, or we got game number 5 in the NHL? Oh, okay. Tonight's the NBA. Bill Horn is a minister too. How about that? Then he certainly knows about concupiscence. Oh, the video with Mr. Z. Oh, good. Okay, Chef. Mr. Z meeting up with Chef. That's great. Hey, Randy. Hanging in there. Happy to see you too. I'm just a product of a Jesuit education. Hey Cindy, how you doing? I think Miami thinks they're going to take it tonight. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I don't have money on it. I'm not that invested in anything except football and baseball. I've never been a big basketball or certainly not hockey. Just wrapping it up at work. No, I don't watch bull riding now. It causes me to have a twinge in my groin every time I see somebody riding a bull. I don't really watch. I just go by what I see on the internet. Okay. Right. Same thing a guy gets. He looks down from a very high height. He gets that feeling in his sack. You know, like ooh. We came from the San Jose Sharks era. Well, I came from the Baltimore Clippers era. The glory days of hockey. Springfield's Indians, Rochester Amerks, had the Hershey Bears, the Moncton something, I don't know. Fredericton, Moncton, New Brunswick. We just never won a Calder Cup. Those dreaded Hershey Bears. I don't know what I'm going to have tonight. I have no idea. I've had that chicken thawed out in the beginning. The Sharks were. I'm hanging out with the Mormons tonight. Who could hate you, Chef? Very fascinating belief. My New England brought for my indoor scooter. Okay, what do you got there? Both my indoor scooter. All right, take care. That's cool. You got a scooter. I'd be too afraid to ride a scooter around here for obvious reasons. I try to be careful when I'm on the bike. Chat just sometimes don't go much on gays. Well, I don't know, PC. All right, take care, PC. All of Christianity used to be unified in that regard about that, but we've now, modernism has presented us, with a whole different way of thinking. Oh, is that the first time you've seen him, Chef? I have all kinds of videos on the Mormon Temple and Salt Lake cinematic stuff. Well, Kelly, I just have this allergies. This grass pollen has been horrific, honey. It just takes it out of me. If you sneeze 100 times an hour, it just physically, it's very draining. How you doing, Judy? Chef is a cook, a big event chef. He's also a food critic, and has a really good sense of humor. You know, first time I rolled through in, I want to say 1998 into Salt Lake. Man, I had a heck of a time finding a beer in town. I finally had it. Strangely enough, the hotel bar had it. But I'd be like, hey, you know, is there like a Manny's bar or a Moe's around here, tavern? Or they'd look at me like, what's that? You know, a place you go in, you get a drink, you shoot a little pool, you watch TV, you chat it up, pretty girls maybe around, right? Bye. Yeah, Mr. Z's, he's all that. Missy Jen was quite enamored with Salt Lake, especially we were driving in late March and it was very beautiful, the snow-capped Wasatch Mountains from the hotel. The video's up there somewhere, having breakfast up on top of I guess it was a Hyatt place we stayed in. Being as Jen was, you know, they didn't want to stick her in a Motel 3 or something, so. If it me, I'd be in a roadhouse. Yeah, it's not so easy to find a beer. Man, one day I went to, I go to the temple and it's like a wedding spills out the door of the Mormon temple there. And I'm like looking at it. You can see it on my video too. I think I did a live stream or something, or video. Everybody's got blonde hair and blue eyes. It's like, there's like 50, 60 people on the steps of this wedding party. And I'm like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. all pretty as a picture. Right. I go out to the Salt Lake a couple times too. A place called Salt Air where they used to go out. It stinks so bad. Salt Lake is so. The smell is you know, it's. Well, I'm not sure, Naomi. I don't know. Hey, Barry. Not Salt Bay, but Salt Air. It looks like a Moorish temple on the side of Salt Lake. You ought to check out my Salt Lake. Just put Salt Lake in the search box. You'll find some of the stuff. You'll find the second most dangerous live stream I ever did down there with D-Dub. Risking life and limb stupidly. Yeah, my Chicago stream. A lot of classic streams. I'm just in an intermediate period here between travel and stuff. I got a few things I need to accomplish before I can comfortably get on the road. It's not going to be before fall. Plus, I'm, just dropping in from my break at work. That's cool. Hey, why not now? How are you? How you doing? So Friday, I think that the allergies should be down enough that I'm going to cut up all the branches and do my final work. Our goddaughter's brother is with the church. They gave him a home and a car. Now they're incredibly clean and tiny with these asphalt legs. Well, I'll tell you, go over to Temple, South Temple, or West Temple down there. Woof. Woof. You talk about a dangerous place. But the city itself is beautiful in terms of being clean, but it's another place that 7 o'clock at night it's all over. I did some good live streams walking around there at night. The next big trip is going to wind faith history into the trip across America and all that. It's going to be interesting. Everything from personal miracle to weird beliefs and weird things in history and interesting things in history. There are only 2 AME churches in Utah, Ogden and Salt Lake City. Shemay, when I was in Salt Lake, honest to goodness, I don't think I saw one black person there. I don't know. Right? I didn't see one Mexican. I didn't see. It was all Nordic looking. Okay, take care. Why not? Oh, just remember what we say, Shemay. God is the anvil that has worn out many a hammer. I love that. Yeah, that's what strikes people is just the monoculture of Salt Lake. I mean, if you look at a BYU football game or something like that, try the Church of Scientology. I don't go for churches that have faiths that have one person stood up and said, I had a vision, and there's no doctrinal underpinnings to it. There's no it automatically just gets up my radar starts to trigger off, You had a vision. Well, who am I supposed to believe? All right. How you doing, Noreen? We just compound error upon error upon error. And, beautiful state. I've only in the 4 corners. Oh yeah, it's interesting. All totally wrong. It's simply flawed human institution. I don't think so, Luca. I'll be happy to debate atheism with you anytime you want. Not all religious institutions are, some of them are extremely well grounded with thousands of years of history to them. As the Bible says, the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So far, so good. But we do have, Shemay, we have pulled out a Bible quote before about something about you only a fool doesn't believe in God or something like that. But as Ronnie always says, your mileage may vary. Yeah, Bryce Canyon is a nice place to drive through between I-15 and I-70. It's a heck of a connector. Don't do it in winter time during a blizzard, though. through Price and Helper, the OG prepper. They literally wrote a manual on it. But Mormons don't believe in the Trinity. I mean, there's a lot of things. Bryce Canyon is amazing. They believe have as many children as you want because there's souls that are looking for a body to inhabit, and yeah, stuff just I can't get down with that. I just don't get down with religions that came from a vision. A couple years ago, I retired in Astoria. Am I getting my stuff? Oh yeah, I was going to think to myself, I didn't want to say anything, Judy. You know, when you sent that nice box, but as soon as I saw the town of your return address, I thought to myself, oh, how breathtaking Astoria is in Oregon. I was only there for a few hours because we were just stopped for lunch and stuff. But wow, and to go up on that bridge, to go up on that thing and go across, and then you're 3/4 of the way across and you have to drop down this very, very scary, right? Ooh, yes we do, Ronnie. Just these days, God has become more and more creation of our making. But what a place, man. What a place, Astoria. I followed 4 Mormons. They are some of my favorite YouTube families. Well, I know you probably follow North and South, who I've followed for years. Family is very important to Mormon faith. Boy, that guy's got a big mouth. Ooh. Oh, Astoria. Whoa. Sits high on a bluff overlooking the Columbia River. You got the riverboat. I did a cinematic feature Tell you, bow pickers thought of you. Is that place still around and there's still a big line? Boy, did they line up for that place. You should see the cinematic video I did on Astoria there. Might be a good night for a little Joan of Arc spiced chili beans. Long line. Screen finally ran. You like that, Ronnie? Guess who's over there on the bench? He did catch religion. It's a very calm day today. He's just lightly mumbling. Poor guy. Still going at it. No, it's not bird. It's the guy that was screaming the other night. What a wonderful world. I don't know when that started happening. What is the temperature? It is 71 degrees here. How about that? 71. I'm not even going to try to get fuel tonight for the propane. It's not even worth it. I got to wait another day for it to be delivered. What a skill, my 35-second get ready with me video. Oh, Rosie, what about your foundation and your I don't know, your concealers and this. Wrinkles are beautiful. My daughter lives overlooking. She owns 2 lots, and when I retire, she wanted me to set my RV on her lot. Beautiful. I'm glad. Well, you know, Janet has a lot up in what the heck is that? Algonaz or whatever it is. I can't. Oh, what's the name of that place up in really far up in Washington State up there? As I don't know, I can't remember what the name of it is. You'd like to see that eyeliner go on? That's all you get, Nino. That's the whole get ready with me. That's my whole daily routine right there. Right. Anna Cortez, thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anna Cortez, she has a very nice lot. Overlooks right down on the, I guess it's a bay there. I don't know. On the other side is Canada. Up there. They have a ferry boats that go up there. So I did a cinematic video of Anna Cortez. You guys should check it out sometime. Yeah, look at my cinematic Anna Cortez video. You guys should just sit down with the whole cinematic playlist one time. Hey Duncan, how you doing? It's like to chat won't advance sometimes. It's really plucks my nerves. How's it going, Duncan? So your mileage will vary. Fine, good, good. Hey, Rosemary Lopez, how you doing? So to answer the question earlier, yeah, it's a big problem in a lot of denominations now being torn apart by their stand on gay ministers and gay marriage and all that. So it's been a very tough last year. And you can tell there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of sorrow, there's a lot of people with really great hearts and just heartbroken, and other people feel exhilarated. So it's your mileage may vary kind of deal. Hey D, how you doing? Your mileage may vary. Oh. Hey Nicole, how you doing, sweets? What's going on? I'm doing really good. Doing good. I was chatting it up with Vegas Vixen. She kind of brought me up on what's going on with you. Sounds good. Family and everything. I'm not sure I deserve what I have, and I'm struggling too much. Well, not. I actually think retired people are struggling less than working people right now, and I mean that in a very respectful way, Judy. Retired people have pensions. They have a lot of them have inflation escalators in them, and a lot of them have defined contribution or defined benefit plans where it's not dependent on the markets or stuff. I'm working on my doctor's degree in ministerial. Yeah, that's what she said. So, I think wealth. I think older people encompass the greatest majority of wealth in America these days. Back in the day, we had defined pension plans and non-contributory, and right. Then they did away with everything. Became defined contribution plans. You put in 5%, we'll put in 5%, and it's whatever happens, happens. A lot of the older people have insurance for retirement, supplemental insurance, all kinds of things that are not going to be available to young people anymore. So it's going to be very hard. It's going to be much harder to achieve an equivalent lifestyle to what they had. Yeah, what you call Gen X people. Gen X people were the first ones to really fall off. And then by the time you get to Gen Y and the millennials and stuff, it's you're on your own, baby. That's it. There's no sense of corporate paternalism these days. And I fear it's going to get a lot worse with AI when that starts to really. Right now, everybody's got it understudy in their boardrooms and calling in all the professionals and stuff, and they're all doing their due diligence to look into it to see how it can impact their operations. Well, Alan, if you look at the distribution of property and equities and bonds and cash, you'll find that the great majority resides in the what I call the 60 to 55 to 80 bracket. They were the beneficiaries of the inflation of the 70s and 80s, and property values increase, and now you have cases in San Francisco where people are fleeing the city and they're stuck upside down in houses. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Absolutely, Noreen. Especially if you don't have a property, you're very much at the behest of whatever's going on. You might have to move away from people you love and go move to Emporia, Kansas or something. I don't know. What's going on, Joni? Yeah, you get a roommate. I mean, you start to give up personal space, so it's. I think you're gonna. I'm quite sure within the next 10 years, you're gonna see this strong return of things like boarding houses, where people just open their home and rooms for 5, 6, 7, 8 boarders, and as a way to keep their head above water. That's what boarding house was. It was the first place I really lived in after college was a boarding house. I told stories about it for years down on Caroline Street in downtown Balmer. It was an interesting experience. Hellos, I was just busy making my homemade pizza. No problem, Naomi. We all love you, honey. What's making the middle class disappear is the idea. Yes, there you go. Look at Amanda. Can I only open my house to attractive single men? Of course. Man, I'd like to come down and visit when you're fully save one room, okay, so I can visit and everything. Man, that would be great. Why is the middle class disappearing? Because the middle class has no persistency in history, in economic history. There is no such thing as a middle class. You're either working to put a roof over your head, food on the table, and basic subsistence, right? You generally don't have the ability to accumulate enough capital to start an enterprise, start a business. Therefore, whatever came bad in the middle class was a result of the World War II and the fact that after the war, the United States had the only developed industrial base in the northern hemisphere, right? Only the United States and Canada escaped unscathed from the horrors of war with all their industrial plant intact. So they, and people had saved all this money during the Great Depression, and then World War II came about and they had money, but now they couldn't buy anything. So by the time World War II ended, you had a big spike of inflation, and then people went crazy with their purchasing power, and boom, right? You had the cash to put down payments. You had GI bills that allowed people to fund, to get a home, to go to school, right? Well, that stuff doesn't last forever, right? Business doesn't have it that good. Look what happened by the 1970s to Detroit. Those automakers thought that they would have it made for 1,000 years, and then all of a sudden, right, as a result, they got fat, lazy, sloppy in production and produced crappy cars like the Vega and the Citation and all these horror vehicles. So Japan came along and said, yeah, we know how to build a car, right? And that's it. So now that's disappearing now. People are starting to eat the wealth, right? Next generation comes along, it's harder for the kids. They don't have that ability to find things cheap. And nowadays with being a thank you, Naomi, being a wage slave for education, it doesn't guarantee anything these days. You graduate with your degree in underwater basket weaving or obscure French Gaulish languages or something, right? Yeah, eat the rich, that's right, it's right. So we'll finally get a stratification, as is typical in history, where we have a very thin, where 90% of the wealth is owned by 10% of the people, not because they're bad people, but because they had good ideas that paid off. Right, and good accumulated bases of wealth to work from, and the rest of the people struggle. Right, and AI is going to heighten that struggle. And government resources are going to be very limited in what they can do to cushion this blow. That's what Elon Musk was all talking about. That the government's going to have to put a guaranteed income into people. Yeah, that's good, Naomi. So I guess to answer your question is there really isn't, the middle class is an aberration, that whole idea. Chevy Vega, I learned quick how to buy, that's it. I read it. high schoolers in China are learning coding. Yeah, there's no fun in games with. There's no senior proms, junior proms. There's no electives in Chinese high schools and things. There's no talking back in class. There's no discipline problems. Right? You don't respect the teacher. Well, you're out on your can, and guess what? They're hiring at the farm way out in Sichuan province or something. They'll put you to work out in a cabbage field out there. And if you don't make it past the national examinations to get into college, of which there's very few in China, then you're basically, right? You end up doing what you're doing. So education is like a diamond to these people. It's a gem. They're not coming off of a high standard like spoiled kids today in the U.S. They're coming off of a very low base of having nothing. It's a culture that very much respects authority. You don't second guess authority. If you do, it's a great cost to yourself. I used to tell them drive a vet, and they were disappointed when they saw the Chevette. That's great. I like that Chevette. We had some terrible ones, Ford Granada. Oh Lord, they were just horrible. The 1970 Maverick was a disaster. Just so much horror. Now you look at U.S. Autos, they're world class. They stand up against any So you have people collecting cans. Right, that's life. Nobody collected cans in the 60s. Kids collected bottles, right? But nobody collected, you just didn't see any, people on the streets and stuff. Have you ever seen food kitchens in China or housing for the poor? Tio, you got to understand the way that Chinese society is organized, the way that I came into it in the early 1990s. It was a totally different era. Everything was government run. You would be assigned to a housing unit. It's like a 2-story to a 4-story apartment building, like 1950s style ghetto buildings in Baltimore. Everybody had the same 15-watt fluorescent tube in their home and outside in the walkway between apartments, right? You stayed at that work unit and you were assigned a job to do, and you had coupons to get your rations of rice and oil and all that. And you get up in the morning, and memories with me, and at 6 o'clock you hear Chairman Mao's teachings come over the loudspeaker. But first you get the Chinese national anthem. No, that's the Taiwanese. That's the Chinese national anthem. Well, whatever, and then it was totally different thing. Nowadays they're trying to dismantle that system of guaranteed food, and as long as you didn't do any less than the average person, you were all good to go, right? But no incentive to better yourself. Schools there too, the school system, everything. It was grow up, you had to work hard and you could achieve anything you wanted. Nowadays it's not so true, because it's a pagan society now, Alan. It's a pagan society. You have all the traditional hallmarks of paganism: worship of nature, increased nudity, sexuality as the point of everything, and increased violence. And with increased violence comes the decisions who lives and who dies within a culture. It becomes my decision whether I will terminate my pregnancy. My body doesn't belong to God, it belongs to me. So I decide. Then Grandpa's really being a drag. It's time to kick the plug on his life support, right? You start to, then that's when society's coming unhinged. 203 a pound here for glass bottles. That's way too high. You mean 203 for 100 pounds? If it's 203 a pound, I'm gone. I'm quitting YouTube. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm quitting YouTube. I'll buy all the Coca-Cola and just throw I'll just throw the Coke away and keep the bottle. Oh. A culture of death is a culture that will not survive in history. No society that's ever been pagan has ever lasted in history. And don't think religion is any guarantee, because people these days have molded religion to be the way they live and not live the way that religion says. What a beautiful night. God, I wish this thing had advanced. I don't know what happened to this thing. Big and a bobcat, glorified, never good at car choices. Well, I mean, a lot of women like the Pinto because it was a small vehicle, and I had my girlfriend's first roommate had a Pinto, and she quite liked it. I'm not sure, Ducky, if I'm going to. I just want to get over the hump of this allergy time. It's just been horrendous this year. Terrible. Birds are chirping. Pretty quiet down here, but I don't know. I guess Grossman's is open every day over there. I don't know. Every day. Every day. I just wish this thing would stay on. Wow, we were down to 66%. I don't know what to have for dinner tonight. Probably leave on a vacation, allergy season, yeah. How can it be $1.04 for a pound of glass, Naomi? It must be, I don't know, honey. I mean, it's, right. 2 bottles would be a pound, so every time that you're turning in 2 bottles, you're getting $1.04, and you're only paying a 5 cent recycle here in California. So I don't think the economics work. People tend to leave the bottles behind in trash cans and all that. They're only paying like $1.29 a pound or something for aluminum. Ooh, I'm a tough guy. That's funny, the guy's got a Honda Civic. He's like, oh, I'm bad, 'cause I'm bad, you know it. Look at my little four-banger, I'm gonna dust you off. Yeah. Guy's still talking over there. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so. Yeah, tough guys. It's like, really? Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you went through quite a lot of my videos today. I appreciate it. Thank you. A few people with Chevys tonight. Nowadays, all the younger generation, they want credit. Well, it's the only way you're really going to be able to buy something. I guess it's all good as long as you make the next payment. Unfortunately, that's what doomed a lot of people in the Great Depression, was the carry of debt into the 1930s, and then with job loss, it just, right. Yes, yeah. How you doing, Bianca? I used to think about you when I went back. I wonder what was wrong with that place. The owner was not a good person, or what was the story on that? Oh no, sinusitis is terrible. I think I had that in March. My left eye was bulging out. You couldn't even touch the eyeball under the eye. You couldn't even press against the eyeball. It was bulged out like a golf ball. It's like, whoa. I had so much pressure built up behind that eye, it started, kind of wanted to explode out of the socket, right? I thought I'd have to have a harness to keep it in. Man, that was painful. But I always remember my coach, just walk it off, right? Walk it off. I can't tell you how many things I've just walked off in my life. Walk it off. Actually, you know what? I don't know. I might have triggered, I kept talking about, there was a time when I was cutting some lumber outside. I was doing a project, and I felt like I got a really tiny bit of sawdust in my eye, or a little splinter, just by touching it. Not that I didn't have safety glasses on, but I often wondered if that's what touched off the situation there. Oh yeah, that's famous in sports when I grew up, is that your right arm could be dangling and hanging by one tendon. And if you were good, if you were good for the team, the coach would tell you just walk it off and get back in there. Yeah, you could have a dangling compound fracture, but as long as you were useful on the team, well, just get out there. You're all right. You haven't fainted yet. What's the problem? Am I raising men here, or what am I doing, right? Yeah, walk it off. You get clubbed in the nuts, walk it off, right? Right. Smashed in the head with a lacrosse ball, walk it off. Baseball hits you at 90 miles an hour, walk it off, man. Somebody tackles you in football and bends you into a lawn chair, or just walk it off, man. What's the problem? We don't do no sissies round here. People are very soft. Nowadays you'd get sued if you didn't pull the kid out, have x-rays, have him in the tent, concussion protocols, the team doctor there, send him to the hospital, right? Nobody went to a hospital. Shoot, you'd set your own fracture. Always wear those safety glasses. Yeah, where's the brew house? I don't even know where that is. It's just it's a natural consequence and pushback on society, and it's going to get a lot worse. Across from the old church. Which old church? There's like a zillion of them down here. I thought it was the brew house where I used to have the walking around. I don't know. I guess I'm confused. I don't know which one. Where it is. You have the old Episcopal church. I don't know. Yeah, you'll be all right. Just walk it off. I don't know which. Oh, is that where they have the? Oh, I understand. That's where they had the. I used to have my brown bag, my booze, right? Now I know what you're talking about. Okay. So somebody put like a nasty gram on the window or something. That should be your early warning radar going off that the times are changing. Yeah, the old Baltimore rap. That's exactly it. That's exactly what it was. This place is still open. The old Baltimore rap. La Elite Privée. That's what we call your preview of coming attractions. You can see these days the rewards of the economy don't filter down to the people on the average person today. They're all captured at the equity side of everything. Because people don't have the skill that's needed to move into the AI age. It's like, it's equivalent to like asking your grandma to build a nuclear bomb in her spare time in your basement. Yeah, just ice it, blood, you'll be alright. Asking gassy grandma to build you a nuclear bomb. You got about the same chance. It's a story from the Press Democrat. It's the lead story in the Press Democrat, Shimei. Pros early for the cruise. Santa Rosa Press Democrat. It's the lead story on the focal point. Foxtail Salon. Not many people gonna. Some of these restaurants are closed on Monday. Yeah, so these people have a better chance, Anton, you have a better chance of making a hydrogen bomb than being able to participate in the AI economy in a meaningfully financial way.
No. Well, we were going to.
You'll be perceived as a drag on the wheel of progress. Stand proud. Please, no walkthrough. We are a business, not a shortcut. Wow. Look at that. No bathroom. In other words, Anton, you need to be excised from society. Bingo, it's an insurance convention. Yay!
Okay, I will not hold it. I will know that the intent was there.
I went to it at the school.
Yeah,
That's so reverse.
Do you guys want drinks or something?
ooh, 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 ooh. No, it's an article about what happened at a brew house coffee targeted by anti-LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ literature or something. Cool in the gang. Crazy H.
Looks like Drake's on. Oh, it's Drake and.
Yeah, they're having some. There's some kind of private event going on or something. Oh. Shoe coming in time? I don't know. It's pretty quiet. It's the evening of the infinite doom. Got cops around. Who's being bad tonight? When's the sideshow begin? This was the real place of the sideshows right here. Ooh. Doggone, no talking on that one. See, Bianca, they're putting a new front on the old California luggage. Been doing that for 2 months. I could probably do that in 2 days. I don't know. Oh. Do. So there's some stuff cropping up here which should be of great concern given the liberalism of this area. Yeah, isn't that weird? Weren't you working that day when that all came down? Well, the permits were easy. I mean, they're all on the door. It's just contractors are busy, so they're just taking their time. I can't believe they're insulating that up there. Hey, MR, how you doing? Yeah, but I think that must have really blown people's minds when that thing came down. They're certainly building like a little skeleton to put the new front on. Let's see. Permit to perform work, $266. This permit was issued on January 11th, so they are really slow. Daniel Evelyn G. Trust. Evelyn G. Daniels Trust owns it. You got an encroachment permit, which lets you take up the sidewalk. Permit date expiration 4/12. So this thing can be here for a year, man, from April 13th. Oh, they can't shut this down. There's too much overhead to pay for. Wow. You get to block this sidewalk for a year. Wow. You can... It's the methodology of Antifa that is the question thing. Let's see what we got in here. I remember my own run-in with Antifa in Petaluma. It wasn't pretty.
Oh my God, I love that. All right, so
the seeds of fascism are always sown within existing societies that have a high degree of freedom, especially freedom of expression. What do we got on the bookshelf today? Oh no, is this guy was found innocent, right? Your dates here, ladies. Well, we all entitled to have our own opinion. I've been in the thick of it. I've been on the receiving end in Oakland and the polished hoe. What the heck is that? What's the Giller Prize?
yeah.
heck is this? Looks menacing. Randy Zuckerberg. I wonder if that's any relation. French, no less. Oui, oui. Amanda, how's your French? Oui, oui. Hey, Manuel. Not good. Kent State, I remember that day. Yeah, that's cool, Ronnie. I gotta look into that. Choi Yam Chongpa. Bonjour. Bonjour. Today on the French Chef. Hello, today on the French Chef, we'll be making bread. Chocolate Steins, vintage signs. Steins. Steinway. You could have a bookstore in your house. That's cool. Yeah, it's kind of new. Is Jody our art critic in here? Pleasing. I don't know. $1,500. Now, to me, I'm not going to speak for Jody, but I'm just saying it does not look. I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't have any capture to it. It's just has just one dimension to it. You know, it doesn't pull you into the picture, in my opinion. But I don't know if Jody's here. She's our resident art critic. Yeah, there she is. Better than the wolf with the wiener on the boat. That's impressionistic. I don't know. This is what makes art so subjective. Hey, P2E. I do like that top. Colorful. Highest Amanda, how's your French? Can you order in a restaurant? Ooh. I left my heart do 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 in San Francisco. Ooh. I got all these cool tiles. Remember the round bar, the red barn at Fountain Grove? Man, do I miss that. Burned down in 2017. I always hoped that they would put up a new one, but no.
I think we need to.
Ooh. Do 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 do. Wonder how much the sushi is now. Let's see. Baby doll roll. Let's see how paradise roll. How about the rainbow roll? $15.95. Top with chef's choices of fish. No, I don't want the chef choices. I want my choices. Oh. Hello, Valerie. Welcome back. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Love the red barn, yeah. Missy Jen and I rescued a lot of the hinges and bolts from the rubble of it. Ooh, I gotta put this on mute a minute. I don't know, the tenderloin is, oh, that's, they made it, that makes 0 sense. Put people in the midst of, I guess they're hoping they'll gentrify it or something, man. You're putting people's lives at risk down there. You talk about militant homeless. We're talking about militant homeless there. They will brighten your day, if you know what I mean. See how ignorant somebody is? Tacos. Wow, $1.50 Taco Tuesday. Look at that. Gordo Macho Burrito Challenge. If one person eats whole thing in less than 2 hours, it's free, or 2 people finish whole thing in 30 minutes. I bet Bird could plow through that. Those skinny people, man, they can chunk away some food sometimes, surprise you. Do. I'm in downtown Santa Rosa, Valerie. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, big burritos. Okay, good to know. I'm up for that. This is where somebody ran into the building. Smashed the glass out, I guess. I don't know how they did it. I think a gassy grandma jumped the curb or something. I'm not sure. Oh, ooh, ooh. It happens. Do 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 do. Yeah, rap, I don't know. Rap never really stuck with me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I've always been drawn to Motown, the blues, jazz, progressive jazz, coffee house jazz of the 1960s, Dave Brubeck, stuff like that. Hey Ducky, I'm glad to be out because I got limited time until my allergies are going to start to buck up again tonight. Taking your first bite, all right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So was back in the late 90, well, early 2011, we were down at, heck was the place? I can't even remember anymore. It was a I can't remember what the heck the name of it was. Because it was a trans club down there, dressers and trans, but the whole vibe, it's like when I went to the festival yesterday and you know, I'm gonna be 65 years old. I'm dressed like literally yesterday I'm dressed as usual like a bag lady. I still got these people hitting on me. Do, 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 do. It just made me very uncomfortable. Place closed years ago. I can't remember what the name of it was in San Francisco. Hey Queen, how you doing? Crazy, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, Savannah, I'm not worried about my age. I'm looking forward to exiting this valley of tears. Trust and believe. I have no worry about age or anything like that. To me, it's not really consequential. At the Hong Kong restaurant. What the heck is that? But how you doing today? What is this? We'll put this little ditty out. Harvest time. Oh, Ellen White, that's the that's I think that's the 7-day the Christian Scientist or the Seventh-day Adventist, one of them. All right, Ellen White. You'd be surprised how often women were at the start of new religions. Do 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 do. I wish the old courthouse was still there. Man, that was amazing. I don't know. I've held my opinion on whether she passed or not because YouTube is known for spreading misinformation and stuff, and it would even though she was tremendously obese and everything and had fought medical issues, it's very rare for somebody at 55 to female to pass on. But then again, I don't know. I hadn't seen her for 4 years, 5 years, so I always hold back when people tell me somebody passed on. So as not to look like more of a fool than I already am. Here's the Infinite Doom, Infinity. Do, 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 do. Oh, brother. There we go. I had my keys stuck there. A beautiful night. Oh my, oh, what a beautiful night. You need a quick charge. Yeah, I can't believe the Tenderloin would be a trans-friendly place. It's a good place to get your head smacked in down there. Do 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 do. My name is when she would die. By the way, not in. I didn't say it's impossible. I said it's statistically improbable. Actuarially, it's a rather rare occurrence, especially for women. Do, 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 do. Widen that field a little bit. Now that tightened it. Do 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 do. Oh, Camo Day was unique. Arlene Francis Center. Hey, Derbeed, how you doing? Outlaw country. Hand of Doom. There's the dead mall. Hey Ward, how you doing? So up here's where the somebody put some anti-LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ thing on the window of the coffee place where I used to hang out. And they would have music and poetry slams and stuff like that. Yeah, he thought the world of Shimei. Shimei thought the world of him. Yeah, I became orphaned in 2021. Do 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 do. Oh, we're gonna have to roll around with this gas bomb for a couple days, right? Till the town gets caught up with propane. Yeah, it's okay. Oh. Sorry, he was up there. Do 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 do. Yeah, I see San Francisco just closed the Union Square Westfield mall there. They threw in the towel. When Nordstrom's announced they were pulling out, then Westfield said, that's it. No, they didn't allow it. I think somebody came and slapped it up during the night. Do 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 do. My dad was like 90 when he passed. I don't know. He was born in 29. His birthday was the same backwards as forwards. 9/28/29. That's when I knew I came from very unique stock. All right, let's see what we got down here. Roll down here. Man, this guy does a lot of miles. I see this guy walking all over town. He's a very peaceful person. Seems to be a pleasant chap. Let's see what we got. Do 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 do. Oh, see where those orange cones are up there. That's where we used to brown bag a nice brew at night. Sit there and listen to the poetry slam. That really got us through the pandemic, didn't it? Right. He was German and Irish. I'm mostly Irish, English, French, Alsatian, Spanish, just some mottled mix. Here's the place here. This is the place that they slapped the anti thing up there. We got a pretty good crowd there tonight. Looks like they took it off the wall, whatever it was. I don't know. You can regulate people's pass laws against people's actions, but you can't legislate the heart. Boo 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 do 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 do. Here's the old parish. I moved over to the other one. It's more thriving. Hey, Jay. Oh, the club, Joni, the club in San Francisco was called Divas. It was right on the Post Street near not too far from the Castro there. Divas Show Bar it was called. I couldn't really go down too much because I would always end up getting in fights. A lot of the dressers and trans were very, very aggressive. Do 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 do. Like we're gonna follow the bus into the hood, huh? Yes, we are. Rolling into the hood, baby. Follow that bus. The number 12 bus. Do 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 do. I guess the I don't know what happened over here. Oh, I don't know. Are they closed up? I don't know. Well, the way people cling to this world, it's pretty amazing. Boo, boo. Well, Savannah, as you know, I'm not a slave to fashion. So I buy them and wear them out. Do without. Hell, I mean, dog. We're going to be out on the bike tomorrow night, guys, so it's going to be a little choppy. We may be signal compromised here and there, but we're going to do it up tomorrow night. So we'll ride a little bit and then get over there. I got to see where they're meeting up, if they're still leaving from the Humboldt Street Fremont Park over there. Yeah, I gotta find out if they're still leaving from the same place. Juan's gonna be happy to see me. And his wife's name is Alyssa. She's nice. couple other names kind of escape me at the moment, but oh, I love my shopping cart. Yes, yes, yes. Don't take my shopping cart from me. Don't take my shopping cart from me. You are as but a dot in existence, but not as long in existence as you think. Scientists hold the universe as billions of years old, and therefore humans evolved along and out of it. But just suppose the earth was born, the universe was born mature. Adam and Eve didn't come in born as babies and be raised in diapers. And the Garden of Eden didn't have seeds, it had mature fruit. And think about it. Whoa, Rosie, that's a deep thought. There we go. It could be as exactly as the Bible says. Okay, Savannah, I've got a few cute shoes. No! Dun 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 dun. Ah! Look who it is. Yeah, I'm not a fancy person. Well, well, well. Look who it is. Baby Tiger, Baby Socks, what are you doing? Oh. 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 Ooh. Hey, bird.
Hey, Rosie.
How's it going? How is, have you seen Tiger walk? Is it,
He's better.
I'm glad he's better. I was a little worried. He might have had, I don't know, you felt his paw, there was nothing in it, right?
My time out in the truck, I felt the other leg.
Okay.
He let me put his other leg, no problem. But then we were drunk, and then it's his other leg.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
we didn't bother him, and then he's better.
all right, where's Trotsky?
But it was funny, Rosie, because I was drunk, right? So let me see your leg, right?
Oh, he's doing that.
And so I'm all leg's fine, but it's the wrong leg. Okay.
Oh, Bird, you're so lovable. We got the wrong leg. That's so funny. All right, let me wash my hands and go to the bathroom real quick.
Anyway, he said, hey, what are you doing?
We're not going shopping tonight. We go Fridays.
Tight.
Oh, oh, oh.
So he did it. Much better now. Huh. Bite him. Don't let that cat do that stuff to you. You better like go up and bite him that way. The other cat, the goat, twice as big. Like he's not like I didn't know he's cat. This one's like a teenager cat. Fucking baby socks is so good. Baby socks is good. Yeah. So yeah, that's the light of the Rosa. Such a or grow up and do that.
Oh, yeah, that really tortures the atheist when you tell them we might have been presented with a mature world, exactly like Genesis says. It's like, oh, wow. Let me think about that. Wow. uh, kind of a wild thought. Pet Rock. Yeah, remember Pet Rocks? I sure remember them. Well, people talk about the blah blah. There was something out there, and then one day something else acted upon it, and this happened. I'm like, why would a perfect being need something else to cause something? Right? It's like you just contradict yourself. Man, did they get mad at you? Well, you know what I meant. You don't need a second force. We're gonna eat in a couple minutes, all right? Lifeboat Law. I'm gonna probably be down in LA and take a couple days off of YouTube, and then the 5th I'm gonna go on to Las Vegas. So it's interesting when you think about it. Think about the universe can be billions of years old, but it could have just come into existence like that. Already pre-formed, pre-made. Oil deposits, plants, trees, animals, everything. I'm going to get out before that. I have something really important I need to get done before I hit the road. Trotsky! Trotsky! Who's gonna feed the cats? They're birds catch. you have to remind him to give fresh water. Do 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 do. Alright. Let's feed the crew.
Yeah, vampire. Get different eyeballs. Vampire. You're a vampire. Right there you are. Come on, Crow. Let's see all your friends. What happened to all your friends? Come over and sing hello. Come on, Crow. We just eliminated all, like, mob meat.
All right, calm your loins. Calm yourselves. We're gonna have chicken and salmon. Some kind of sliding goo here.
Hey, don't do that stuff. You're not a dog. You smell that.
That's slop. Yum yum.
I don't think they're smart enough.
Yum yum.
Cat brain. You don't know.
There we go. Yum yum. Slop. Right. Yum
You
yum.
can't see, you can't smell. You guys don't even know where it is. What are you wrong with you?
You're cooking. I gotta get a gas. I just couldn't get one at the Shell. They didn't have any gas, so
Joe?
I got the contain. Everybody showed up and wanted gas.
Oh, because I see them. They look like they have it.
Yeah, they got it, but it doesn't. Usually there's like one person working. They can't leave the counter to go out, so it's.
Oh, really?
You got to hit them at just the right time.
Oh, I could go with you. They'll give it to me. Because when I get off of work, I see people there. Yeah, I know the people. The one guy, he's gonna go to a different shell. It's pretty cool. They're nice to me. They don't even learn to buy papers. And then that other one down the street,
Yeah, the Roseland gas one.
across the street. Oh, they have one at Rosa?
Yeah.
They're so nice to me because there's been times when I have to put air in my tire and I don't know where to go, and that one works. I don't go there or buy anything, right? And every time, oh my God, save me that one. Put air in my tire. That one got the cheapest gas, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Makes a difference, yeah, if you're paying cash. It's pretty cheap, yeah. Do 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 do. Oh, Slugbug, you're welcome, huh? Right. Rosie's got heart. I'm a little worried about Baby Tiger. Just doesn't seem to eat much anymore. But Baby Tiger's not limping anymore. So that's good news. Do 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 do. Hey, hey, what's the matter with the do do do? Come and get your love. Those knuckleheads. There's a big spider over there. What the heck is that thing? What the heck is that? Spider? What is that? What a dealio tonight, huh? Look at Baby Sock's mouth going a mile a minute. Mile a minute. That baby Sock can really put away some food. High speed eating. Baby Socks is the one that's at the back door now in the morning. Guys enjoying the show? I'm gonna go see what I'm gonna cook while you're enjoying the knuckleheads. See what I got tonight.
Alexa, wake up!
I think we're gonna have some tostadas soon. We're gonna have some Jonah Mark spiced chili bean tostadas tonight. How about that? Spiced chili beanies. Illy beanie, chili beanie. The spirits are about to speak. Are they friendly? Do 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 Hey P. Carver, how are you? We don't have mice here, we have rats. This is the city, inner city here. But I'm gonna go start prepping my Jonah Bark. Yay! tell you, Joan of Arc defines good eating in a really, what would you say, a really gourmet kind of way. Tonight we're gonna go with a little verde, and we got cheese. Got a little bit of sharp cheese. So we're gonna do it up.
See how soft you are today. Let's see. You gave some good. You want some pedigree? What is it? Causing dog food better. Or you mix it. Right? Let's see.
You don't really get much in the way of beans in the can. There's so much water in them. There's so much fluid. Right. Used to be you'd have a lot of beans and a little bit of joy juice. Now you have a ton of joy juice. And I think Guerrero is my favorite. Guerrero corn. Getting ready to eat. Chance for you guys to bail out, right? Hugo. They do enjoy rubbing heads together. Has baby Tiger been eating? Because he didn't have a lot of interest in eating tonight up here.
Little rat, they're eat. What's wrong with that cat, man? Are you a friend, John? But we're gonna wait for socks. I mean Spot. Right? Get Spot. Get to first. You think? Yeah? No?
All right, we got the beans heated up. Hey, Vicky. I don't think you guys want to see me eat this mess. I'll put this down here. The bullseye view. Everybody likes the cat can. Look at baby socks go for that food like crazy. You got your food down there, don't you? Yeah, the babies are in good shape. As usual, Trotsky needs extensive grooming. Gave Tiger a little bit of cheese. Little bit of cheese. Hey, hey, what's the matter? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Oh, poor Trotsky, your chair is so far away, right? You can't harass me. Classic, huh? Classic. Mm-mm. What you want? You want more? Huh? Here. There we go. Enjoy. Yum, yum. Mm-mm. Somebody treats you so good. Hmm? No fighting now. No fighting. Hey, hey, what's the matter? Do, 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 do. Thank you, Catherine, for the chili beanies. Delicious. Foxy's trying to guard that food. Ooh, ooh. Mm-mm. Yum, yum. Cats love cheese. I guess it's okay for him to eat them, right? Mm-mm. What a treat. Hello, Patricia. Good old Joe in the bar. You just don't get much in the can. It's all like water. Let me clean this up.
Right?
what a nice feed. All cleaned up. Let me just put a few things away. Like these Guerrero. They're my favorite tostadas. Good old Guerrero. Man, I'm gonna be blowing the covers off tonight. Put this away. This away. Alright, you guys, you had a nice feed, didn't you? That's a nice cheese. Anton Smith, you were asking if the ads pay. It depends what you mean by pay. I think it's like 1.2 cents per ad that people watch. But then again, I haven't looked at my YouTube analytics that way for years. Right. Don't ever build your whole life on YouTube. Money-wise would be my best advice. We've seen some real tall timber be felled over time. Did we not just eat? Huh? Did we not just eat? Huh? Did we just eat? Did we eat? Did we not eat? Huh? Are we rubbing heads tonight? Is that what we're doing? We're rubbing heads. We're rubbing heads. I can't give the cats beans. Their bellies will explode. Right? Are you coming up? You want to brush? Huh? You want to brush? Wagging a tail thinking about it. You know you want it. You know you want that head phrenology. All right, you're lost. You're lost. You're lost. That's it. That's just the way it goes. I don't think I'm going to be that person that gives the cats beans. Anton's awake late. I mean, it must be getting close to 8 o'clock, right? That'd be correct. At 8 o'clock is when Anton, that's it for the night. Mom shuts off the internet. Oh, we love you, Anton. You add spice to our whole mix over here. You're always a good sport. So what do we got on the game, Kelly? Isn't it amazing? A whole season of all those games can come down to, 4 or 5 points. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, your stepmom, sorry. So Denver wins, that's it. Sorry, stepmom.
Electric Daisy Carnival.
Do 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 do. Hey Michelle, how you doing? Oh, ooh, ooh. So what do you think about tomorrow night, Callie, with the Knights and the Panthers? You think the Knights will do it up? If I'm the Panthers, I got to go for broke tomorrow. I got to play aggressive as can be. I mean, I got to be on offense and just let the defense take care of itself, man. I need everybody forward. I need action above the blue ice. Gets the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Jockstrap Cup. That's nice. Do 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 do. Hey, hey. What's the do 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 do? Ba 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 boo do do. Well, Denver Nuggets. How's he going to put money on the game? The only way he can put money is with my bookie in the neighborhood. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Well, you shouldn't be embarrassed, Patricia. Accidents happen. We're glad that you're still here. I mean, you've given your all. Maybe he meant that figuratively, Kelly. Like, I'm putting money on Vegas. Maybe his old Chinese landlady's putting money on it for him. The old Chinese landlady. No, I don't know Redbone. I don't really know Bird's about the only Native American connection I go. I don't know when the last time I danced was. Good question. Do 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 do. Come and get. All right, guys. Well, it's on 3 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and close it down. I don't have anybody to shut off my internet here, but I got a few things I got to do tonight. So I want to thank you guys for being here. A fun chooch tonight. We spent a little time. Yeah, Bianca's Native American. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, Bianca. There's some other people too. Dakota. All right, come and get your love. So there we go, everybody. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, we're only one away. All we need is a hero to hit that. And it's good to see you. Hey, Joey D. I've been calling you after the last couple nights. Thank you for your kindness. It is really appreciated. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Vicky, good to see you, sweetie. Send me some new nudes, okay? And thank you. So thank you to my wonderful moderators. Let's put that over the top at 100. Tribe is strong in Washington. That's right. Take care, everybody. Do 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 do.